Welcome to the shortwave channel and playing around. I'm playing around a lot with this little DSP. A lot of you have been asking me um, where I purchased it, and honestly, I don't want to give a link to whoever I purchased it from because these are all clones, Chinese clones. And there's one thing that distinguishes the clones. There's kind of three versions that you can get. There's the cheap version, which is 74, 75 bucks. It doesn't have buttons on the right side like this. It has buttons that are kind of inside here on the left side, like some transistor radios, if you want. That's the cheapest one. It's the one you want to avoid at all costs because it is the crappy one compared to the others. The ones that have the two buttons on the right side here come in two versions, and if you look, you can purchase the one which is the Chinese clone with what I have, which is the test software. It can be updated and upgraded, but if you're not very tech savvy, the upgrade process to this is not easy. And I would think twice before purchasing one if you don't know your way around computers that much. I would actually go because there is a version. I saw it on AliExpress, for example. They do have the Chinese clone version like this that actually has the key and official full version of the software, which is what you want if you are to purchase this. So check it out. Remember these two big buttons on the right side. This is the key to, and you'll see they're more expensive because the internal circuitry is different also. And they perform better, but they do overload easily on its outdoor antennas. But I gotta say, I still love this thing even though I had some problems with it, and I'm actually happy that it works. I'm checking if there's a way that I'll be able to possibly update the firmware. The problem is so I told you that it doesn't charge, but it also doesn't detect at all on the computer anymore. It used to detect, and now it doesn't anymore. So I'm checking out. Is there a way I could fix this to have it maybe update somehow? Because now it's just doing nothing. So we'll be seeing what I'm going to do with it. This is definitely a nice device, and I gotta say, I am actually very happy with it, even though it has its flaws. And on the telescopic, and this is the main question that a lot of people have been asking me, how does it perform on the telescopic? The problem with the telescopic is that it has so much of its internal noise getting through it that's where it's not interesting. As a portable with a telescopic antenna, it's not useless, but it's not far from being useless, and that you got to know. But if you use it with an outdoor antenna, the internal noise doesn't make it, still makes it a little bit through the circuit, but not as much. So it actually gives you the possibility to play around. The other thing that I have to say about this, if you do purchase this, remember that there's close to zero documents on learning it. There's one Russian translated PDF that I have in English. Explains the biggest part of it, but it is a big learning curve. If you think an SDR on a computer is a tough learning curve, well, this is going to be a big learning curve. Once you mastered it, though, and you understand it, it is interesting. Like I said, I'm fascinated with this little portable SDR. I have to say that I'm happy to actually have it. So here we go. If you do purchase it, remember that these buttons click, and they do stuff when you click on them. It's very important to understand that. Okay? If I go and change the mode, I hold the volume control and it gives me the mode possibilities. Stuff like that. That's something that could be for a lot of people a tough one. Remember that changing the frequency is also by tapping on the display where the frequency is, and then checking out, you know, the frequency ranges that you're listening to. There's a balance between RF gain and performance that you'll get. If the RF gain is set too high with some strong signals, you might not find that this is an interesting radio. You gotta learn how to master that. You know, it makes it interesting, but it makes it also a should you not. It's really dependent on, you know, who you are and who wants to use it. If you find that a standard portable is a tough one to use, I'd stay away from this, because if standard portables is difficult for you, this is going to be a hell of a difficulty to use. I can tell you that. But you know, if you master it and understand how it works, you definitely have an interesting radio in here that is kind of nice to you know, to check out. And like I said, I love mine, even though it has its flaws. So I don't know if here I can get CFRX. You see here, you got to play with this RF gain a lot if you want to try to get stuff. Once again, the noise reduction is such an amazing thing. Such an amazing thing. I don't know if there's some disturbances, but shortwave looks a little crappy today. And let's check out any other signals here. There's something here. So nothing much here. It's fascinating when you try to use these devices, and there we go. Here I have to put the RF gain real low to use these.
You can have a beautiful, peaceful future by creating world vegan through prayer and spreading the good news of the vegan diet.
So this is WRMI 9395.
We welcome your heartlines, stories, and/or cute, loving animal clips. Please send
There's
them
filters here at the top right that you can use,
//
so you can make the frequency response bigger, especially for AM signals.
Pray for World Vegan in order to rescue our world and for lasting peace. Please join Supreme Master Ching Hai to sincerely meditate.
Once you tune, what's nice is you can actually activate this noise reduction feature.
Every day at 9
Look at
p.m.
that.
Hong Kong time.
Look at that. That's totally amazing.
Wherever you are, whatever you do, please stop for some moment to pray for vegan with us. 9 to 10 p.m. Hong Kong time.
I wish standard, I mean, you know, there are some software that do have some nice noise reduction features, like SDR console seems to be not too bad, but this is crazy amazing. I have to say, this is crazy. You know, with or without is a big difference.
Company, everywhere in the world, for all your contributions of news that influence humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on challenging.
If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.
ScreenMasterTV.com/NWN.